Hey everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the Super Nintendo. I am Drak. Let's get right to it, shall we? Alright, we are almost done with the giant tree. I am not going to say what he wanted us to do, but we're in here taking care of the horrible infestation that has befallen this giant tree with a mustache. Seriously, I mean, how can you not make a Deku tree joke? I mean, how can you not make a Deku tree joke? Really? This is basically what this was. Oh, look, Kaylee died. Well, now she's not overpowered. Just saying, guys. That's okay. One of the added advantages is that you don't have to worry about casting life in this game after a battle. They come back with 1 HP, so that helps. Oh, and we have a new model. We have golden skeletons. How they got in there, I don't know, and I think it's better that we don't know. Just saying. There are some things that can be explained in this world. There are some things that shouldn't be explained in this world. I love how you get battle damage for a skeleton. Their head's kind of coming off, their sword's broken, their shield's bashed in. Well, it wasn't... Dang it. I'm trying to figure out. I got some new armor in the lava dome, and I know that it's going to provide a protection for something, but it doesn't look like it's either petrification or confusion, which are really the only two things I remotely care about, because they can throw things off. So it's probably a resistance of some kind. Jiminy Christmas. Can we just get rid of those? The later games do. Yes, I'm expecting every programmer in Square Enix to go back to every single game they've ever released and take out elemental resistance if it's an RPG. Yeah, that works. Probably not going to happen. That's okay. And now we're chopping shrooms. We're revisiting the last part and chopping more shrooms. We've got a problem with shrooms. Or rather, this giant tree has a problem with shrooms. Let's put it that way. Wow, we got critically dissolved. So you melted his face off literally. Okay. So as a kind of a point of reference for people who might be wondering, you know, unfortunately these things aren't recorded as they are edited or as I'm doing them. They're done post-commentary, but to give you a frame of reference of this the time frame, a couple of days ago, I'm very excited. I even said this on my radio program. Very excited because DuckTales Remastered got a release date. Finally, we have a release date for it. I have been waiting this entire summer to get my hands on that. It is awesome. I think it's a great idea to go back and do remakes of the Disney Capcom games. They are so good. In fact, I don't think there's been enough made, because we've got DuckTales Remastered announced, and then the Disney Mickey Mouse game is getting done. Let's expand on that. Let's go to all the Disney Afternoon games that were done by Capcom. You know, I'm not a fan of all of them, but a majority of them I'd love to play in this new format. I mean, you can go back and do Chip and Dale, you can do Darkwing Duck. I don't personally want a Tailspin game, but if you want to do one, I wasn't a big fan of Tailspin. That would actually be a good question. I would love to hear in the comments below what Disney Afternoon shows you were a fan of as a kid. Me, it was DuckTales because I grew up right along that time, and Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers was kind of where it ended for me. I eventually came back for Darkwing Duck because I heard way too many good things about it, and I think I ended with Goof Troop because that was where it just got hokey for me. Yeah, I think so. I think it was Goof Troop. I saw a few episodes, and there's like more Goofy, so I'm like, eh. there's only so much Goofy you can take. Although funniest thing though, as a teenager, I went back to the Goofy movie, that, you know, with Max as a teenager and all that. That was entertaining for me on a couple of levels, and even though I don't get the same level of entertainment from it now, nor from its horrible sequel, it was still very fun back in the day. For those who haven't figured it out yet, I am a very big animation buff and very proud of it. It's not to say that I watch everything, you know, like, am I a big Bugs Bunny enthusiast? No, I'm not. Looney Tunes are fun. For me, it's more along the lines of, like, action cartoons. I will still watch the funny stuff, but I'm more interested in, you know, if, like, they're gonna do a remake of, say, Thundercats, then I will go watch that, as opposed to a remake of Mickey Mouse cartoons. Because, in my opinion, and if you have a different opinion, that's great, but nothing really beats the originals, as far as I am concerned. Because I've watched, like, the new Looney Tunes, and that's funny in its own right, but it's not as good as the originals. And that may just be because the originals broke ground. I don't know. I have the same problem with, like, I loved the original as a kid. I loved The Simpsons, because then they were kind of risky territory. And now that belongs more to Family Guy, American Dad, maybe The Cleveland Show. Oh, never mind. That got canceled. South Park, stuff like that, because those are the ones that are breaking the lines, or crossing the lines. Simpsons doesn't really do that anymore. I'm not saying Simpsons is bad. I haven't watched it for a while, but, you know, if you like it, good on you. I have not seen a recent season, so I can't judge it. I think the last episode I saw was somebody recommended that I watch the one where Marge gets addicted to MMO gaming, and it's everybody was, like, pointing at it and going, "Oh, it's so good, it's like the South Park World of Warcraft episode." It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's more making fun of, in my opinion, it's more making fun of EverQuest than it is anything else. And unfortunately, I came into MMOs after EverQuest. I started with WoW, so I don't get a whole lot of the EverQuest jokes, if that makes sense. The last one I thought was legitimately funny to some extent was, I want to say it was the last episode I saw, which was Who Shot Mr. Burns, and that wasn't really all that funny. Wow, it's been a while. I'll have to think about that one. Maybe the Critic episode where they brought in the Critic and did a independent film festival. Oh, that was a good episode. Just because we actually had a bigger burp or belch crack than Barney. Because the Critic comes in and goes, "Bruh." Oh, and here we are. We are at the end of the giant tree because there is our boss. So we're prepping really quick. This guy I'm going to use the magic on. And this is a new model. This is the Chimera model. So, even though it's called Ghidra. If you hadn't figured it out, we will eventually go into later dungeons and there will be chimeras. And we took care of his skeleton entourage, and now it's just him. All by his lonesome. Why I'm hitting him with arrow? Oh, because he's weak. Expose weaknesses! And now it's just going to be rinse, lather, repeat. So we're waiting on battle damage! Battle damage! With authentic battle damage! Oh, and we lost one head. So the goat head is officially dead. And the lion is sad about that. Lion's like, why'd you have to kill the goat, man? Why'd you have to kill? I mean, you could have killed the dragon guy on my left, on my right here. Oh, and Benjamin's dead. It's usually how things go. Oh, now the dragon's dead, and now the lion is pissed. chest. You killed both my friends! Now I'm going to kill you! No, you're not, because we're going to use endless tornadoes on you. And he's dead. Wow, that was a mighty bad infestation, wasn't it? I am grateful to you for beating those monsters. Allow me to carry you. Okay. Well, this is the only way to travel, I guess. Little tiny tree limbs moving. And there we go. Now we don't need to worry about going through the alive forest to get to Windia. But we are still going to make kind of the long trek through this because there is, I believe, one red chest that I forgot to go get. I promise. I'm not trying to make this absurdly long. I would probably bounce in with some more Final Fantasy music while speeding this up, but we have one more red chest to go to get. I can't remember what it is. I'm trying to... Is it armor? Is it the sword? I don't know. We'll find out next time. No, I'm kidding. We're going to find out right now. While I sit there and chop a bunch of mushrooms. I don't have a problem or anything. I just like chopping shrooms, that's all. I don't have a problem, okay? No, that's not the way. Let's try this one. I love that. He's like, I'm not letting you through. I'm closing my mouth. Oh, man, you stabbed me with a sword. Oh, that went nowhere. See, here I am. I'm talking about the game. You know, I unfortunately have developed a serious case of Shadows of the Empire-itis. For those who don't understand, go to youtube.com/DrakandShadow and look up our Shadows of the Empire LP, where we talk about everything but the game. It was good commentary. I love it. Okay, nonetheless, we are going to cast exit and get out of here. And now we're going to make our trek over to Cage Temple. Wow, that was long. I'm totally out of breath. Oh, that's our favorite old man. You want another cup of coffee from us? Captain Mac will tell you about the prophecy. Okay. Still makes no sense. Alright. And that is the Mobius Crest, so we won't be able to get that until much later. And I don't think we go back to see where it takes us, but it's probably more brown chests. Like this one, which gives us more cure potions that we barely use. Yay! I feel so gifted. Alright, and in case you guys hadn't noticed, there was a full tile there, now it's cracked. I don't do grinding on camera. I do it off camera because grinding is a very boring process, I know, for you guys. So, if you wanted that, I'm sorry. But I just can't justify doing grinding on camera. So, get used to that. And now we are in Windia. And here is Otto. Excuse me, are you Otto? No, he's not. Later. My daughter Norma went to the tower up north using my Rainbow Road. But the powerful wind from Mount Gale broke the road-making machine. Norma's stuck there until the winds die down. Alright. Benjamin, let's keep on going. The Crystal of Wind might be in that mountain. Could be. I'm just more interested that he made the Rainbow Road. So, really, he is the reason that Mario Kart is so successful with that level? Otto, awesome, you're a genius, man. You have made endless amounts of dollars just from the Mario Kart levels. It's called the road, it's called the Rainbow Road. It's where you go to go. I can't remember what that YouTube video is, but the Rainbow Road song. Alright, and this one just gives cure potions, which we really don't care about. You don't! You have the cure spell, and the cure spell does actually a little bit more than the cure potions do. If anything, you'll see me later use cure potions just to get rid of them. Because magic are powerful. I don't know where Norma is. Apparently she took her Mario Kart and went off to the Rainbow Road. I don't know. How about buying a Cupid locket? Okay. This, I believe, is the confusion or in charm saver, the Cupid locket. So now we don't have to worry about confusion anymore. At least not on Benjamin. Our second party member will still have to worry about confusion. Alright, and our next we now know our next mission. It is to go out to Mount Gale to see, if we can find the Wind Crystal there, and if not, to go find Norma, Otto's daughter. But we're going to stop off really quick in this temple, see what we can find. Wow, a whole heal potion. That is awesome. Brown chests really aren't that worth it. I love this game, but the brown chests really aren't that worth it. And I apologize if I'm a little sniffly, guys. Again, I know I've apologized for the last couple parts. I try and cut it out where I can, but it's allergy season for me, so bear with me. I promise I'll cut it out as much as I can. And now we are at Mount Gale. So we have two purposes, one of which is to find the air crystal and free it, or to find Otto's daughter Norma and free her, so that we can get the Rainbow Road fixed. Because it's the Rainbow Road and it's where you go to go. Oh, look, we have new mermen! And we're not going to attack them? No, yep, we are. New mermen! The water hag. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but, well, you did it for me. And obviously we have new vampire models. Just the vampire. Instead of being the Fangpire. We are legitimate vampires. No, we are not like those Twilight ones, where they got stuck in Elmer's glue with glitter. Sorry guys, I'm not Team Edward or Team Jacob, I'm not any of them. That's not for me. But I had to get a Twilight joke in there somehow. And I'm sorry, but, you know, I've seen those movies, I have a wife who is interested. And I looked at that whole glittery effect and I went, okay, so somebody dipped his belly in Elmer's glue with glitter and put it on the camera. Awesome. That's filmmaking greatness at its finest. You be the judge, not me. And now I'm starting to remember that skeletons have wind weakness. What, it blows them apart. And I love having the dragon's claw. But I can jump that. Yay! I gotta say, this is also one of my more favorite songs from Mystic Quest, is this Mount Gale music. And we're killing water hags, because apparently we don't like them. But they heal themselves, and that's not cool. Ugh. This is one of the things you have to deal with more later on in the game, is monsters that can heal themselves. So you sit there and just kind of wish, oh, I really hope they don't use that, don't use Cure. Oh, crap, they used Cure. My hit is meaningless now.